Let's take a quick look at how your brakes stop your car. Your vehicle weighs several thousand pounds, and it takes a lot of force to bring it and your passengers to a safe stop, so everything needs to be in good working order. The wheel hub keeps your wheel attached to the vehicle. The brake disc, or rotor, is attached to the hub and spins with the wheel as you drive. Your brake pads clamp onto the rotor to slow the wheel. The brake caliper straddles the rotor and squeezes the rotor to slow it down. The calipers contain brake pads, which rub on the rotor when you step on the brakes. Let's look at the brake piston. It causes the calipers to squeeze and release as you use your brakes. Your brake pads start to wear the first time you step on the brakes. Eventually, the pads are worn out and need to be replaced. If you don't replace the pads when they're worn out, the metal parts of the brake will grind against the rotor and carve grooves into the surface. If a scored rotor isn't bad, it can be put on a lathe to be smoothed out. If the grooves are too deep, or if the rotor is warped or cracked, you need to replace it. Sometimes brake pistons can stick and must be replaced. Typically, it's cheaper to replace the entire caliper than to rebuild the piston. So there you have it, an inside look at how your disc brakes work. Replacing your brake pads on time will not only keep your vehicle stopping safely, but could save you money on unnecessary repairs down the road.
The super responsive carbon brakes of an F1 car. The unsung hero of the machine. Withstanding temperatures of 500 degrees Celsius to kill the awesome speed in a flash. On the test track, from 185 miles per hour to a standstill within 80 meters, no problem. So much practice with just one moment in mind. And the rain falls on race day. And before you can blink, the last chicane looms large, and the driver applies the pressure that takes the car left, then takes the car right, and safely back onto the straight for it to take the checkered flag. Job done. Just one small part of a huge team effort.
This is Todd Cunningham, been with Ford now for 18 years?
Yes, sir.
How often should brake maintenance be performed?
You should have your brakes checked every time you change your oil. When you do a tire rotation, brakes need to be checked.
So it's all part of that report?
Yeah, with the Ford multi-point inspection card, when the customer brings the vehicle into the shop, we inspect the whole vehicle out. We'll give you a complete readout of where your brakes are at this time.
Right.
So you know what's going on with your vehicle when it leaves the Ford dealer.
So, I mean, look, this is kind of a leading question. I know there are lots of people that make brake pads.
The brake pads are designed for the vehicle, and also the rotors themselves, too, if you ever need to replace them, are designed for the vehicle. You know, I don't know about you, but I want something that Ford has spent some money on and is designed for my car.
So it's another cautionary tale, basically. You know, take care of the maintenance when you're supposed to do it.
Save you money.
Thanks, Todd.
All right.